Alice, clutch it. What?
Wake up.
Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali! Why don't you dodge this battle like you did Vietnam? Cause you got as much chance of beating me as LeBron. I'm a flying machine, like the world has never seen. You can fight one man, I can drive through a whole team. I choke a dope with his own jump rope. You'll get smoked when I float. You Kentucky Fried Joe used to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Now you double dribble balls that nobody can see.
Ooh, here comes Jordan, big tongue wobbling, flying through the air like a big dumb goblin. You're the only bull that's uglier than Rodman. Messing with me is gambling, you got a problem. Your whole basketball career's heard whack when you came back a wizard like Gandalf the Black. You should've kept your ugly sneakers packed up on a shelf. Stick to golf, you can keep the ball to yourself. Ooh, I'm so pretty, my hands are so fast, I whoop your face back to your Hitler mustache. Now your daddy got killed and I feel for your family, but your baseball career, now that was a tragedy.
Man, you make me sick, but I'm better with the flute. You should let the Fresh Prince do your rapping for you. I would pass the mic to Pippin, but I'm not done scoring. Stay all up in your grill like my name was George Foreman.
I saw you slapping Reggie Miller, boy, what's wrong with you? You fight like the little girls who make your Nike shoes. McDonald's and underpants as corporate backers. You stay at the Ritz cause you're sold out to crackers.
So Cassius wants to talk about cashing checks. I'll school you through your bug spray, off your Broadway play, over the Japanese dude sitting on your face, hit nothing but net. You ain't seen nothing yet, man, you needed a movement cause you're so full of shit. I'm a better athlete and a better MC. Battle me 2 more times, watch me get a 3-P.
Why don't you back up that trash? I'll leave you like Liston, flat on your ass. You need to bounce back to North Carolina, kid, cause your rapping sucks more than Space Jam did.
Who won? Who's next? You decide!
Stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same. I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat. Not I made you go. Regret the day you ever stepped to me, better respect the queen. Oh no, it's me back up in this shit again. Thought you was coming, but you been hiding behind all them friends. You just wanna play with me, you little chicks wanna play for free. Wanna pass, then get played for free. I'ma pass cause they already know that I'm good when I say I be. Now, but you never know, wanna play with me. Always smiling in your face with the bakery. You wanna talk about the last, but don't play with me. I don't really like your shit you tryna say to me. You tryna stay with me. I'ma call like I see it, then believe it, cause you're not who y'all claim to be. Recouping all my investments, I don't play for free. Said I was weak and I was stressed, but wanna lay with V. Please. No. How you gon' come for me? Stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same. I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat. Not I made you go. Regret the day you ever stepped to me, better respect the queen. Who knows? How you gon' come for me? Stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same. I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat. Not I made you go. Regret the day you ever stepped to me, better respect the queen. Motherfuckers when they run their mouth, got a lot to say when I'm not around. Soon as I pop out, they all hush hush like the cricket sound. They the meanest, so blatant, can tell that they hating. Wanna see me fall with too bad, I be waiting. I come from a place you have yet to see. Fuck around and turn boss on they flex on me. I don't wish no bad on my enemies, but cross the line and it's 113. Slicing heads like a horror scene, murking them Jason. Each time I go hard, it's to offset the hate. Who slime me, they slither, ain't no hands to shake. Your applause, your respect, I'ma take. I'm far from a rookie, they trolling, they looking, feeling froggy. No, I'm a killer, don't push me. How you gon' come for me? Stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, miss a beat. Nah, I made you gone. Regret the day you ever stepped to me, better respect the queen. Everyone's a boss. Everyone's in charge. Everyone got stacks upon stacks of them green and golden balls. Placed neatly in the back of their closet, stacked up they free walls. Be around the prettiest bitches you seen and you'd ever call. Yeah, can't pay for features or models, can't even pay for cars. Wanna talk about running the city, but can't even run the malls. Paying with these checks with their mouths, they asses steady taking falls. Kept it up and ducking till V connected in they balls. Now niggas crying and whining, got me here taking pause. Make me get a non-disclosure for interacting with every clause. I'm the number one also with these nice niggas, they playing dodge. My moves stay like years ahead, your moves have been recalled. Try to be a better me, I'm digging, begging for an applause. Thinking I'm weak and forgetting I'm holding all these cards. With these receipts and not one of your bitches half as hard. No capping needed, the truth's revealed here in all this sauce. No, how you gon' come for me? Stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same. I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat. Nah, I made you gone. Regret the day you ever stepped to me, better respect the queen. No, how you gon' come for me? Stay at the top of my game, can't fuck with me. You know, when it comes to the game, we don't move the same. I'm who you wanna be. I go hard each and every day, never miss a beat. Nah, I made you gone. Regret the day you ever stepped to me, better respect the queen.
Cause I do the damn thing, so I guess the damn thing is getting done. I ain't popping champagne, this ain't a campaign. I ain't running, no, actually you should run. No comparing, clearly you can't hang. Such a damn shame, man, you ain't never won. Life ain't a fair game, I'm just an airplane flying through. Maybe you should see if you can get you one. I'm not you, I'm not the rapper to talk to. I don't care about your story or the shit that you walk through. All true, I'm not doing what you all do. I'm the crack in the floorboard that you fall through. Fall to the basement where the concrete caught you. Now the foundation of my frustration haunts you. You can run all you want to. Clearly there ain't nothing here but these four walls. So what you gon' do? That was rhetorical. Check the rhetoric, graph, rapping historical. This is hysterical, got a map to the oracle. Kick down a door or two, hijack the track, and I kidnap the world for you. Just snap in store for me, get back. I forcefully push back, get this lyrical slap perform for you. Yes, graph just orphan you. I cannot father you. What you ought to do, sucker on the mic and all.
Haven't seen anybody in a minute. Everybody thought it was finished, but I was busy getting done. Putting ducks in a row, man. You know how it goes. Careful where I put my nose, about to twist one. Clouds forming in the sky, pens and pencils about to rise. No lie, you can watch the flow eclipse, son. Not the largest, not the hardest, not the smartest, but when we talking targets, best believe I fucking miss none. Lyrics I'm serving, you call it lyrical servant. Two people stuck in the feelings, and I'm just coming to hurt a few. With these pages I'm burning through all the new shit I learned to do. I'm about to buy a tower, fuck your office and corner views. Here to do what I want, I don't need your approval. And I like my privacy, so fuck Alexa and Google. I'm just trying to nail my point like fingertips at a bugle. And the whole team gets a plate, no more oodles and noodles. I've been working on my craft, no more stuck up in the past. No more feeling like a trapped, yeah, it's time for me to make moves. Everyone has an agenda, January to December. It's a must you remember, can't f with fake dudes. Keep my head up in the clouds, yeah, I'm walking through the cloud. Pockets thinking from the loud, I'ma skate through. I'ma be me, all that I can be. Cause no matter what you do, somebody gonna hate you.
I came to do the damn thing, cause I do the damn thing. So I guess the damn thing is getting done. I ain't popping champagne, this ain't a campaign. I ain't running, no, actually you should run. No comparing, clearly you can't hang. Such a damn shame, man, you ain't never won. Life ain't a fair game, I'm just an airplane flying through. Maybe you should see if you can get you one.
Chambara, chan chan bara bara, chambara, chan chan bara bara, chambara, chan chan bara bara,
That's the sound of clashing katanas. Start from Takata, iron's hand harvested from the riverbed, melted in the carbon infused tamahagane, burning in the furnace for 3 days straight, then folded and hammered, repeated. No impurity, sharpened with impunity. Cause if it ever touches your flesh, it peels on both sides of the edge. So clean it might heal if put back together right away. Unless you wanna bleed to the angle right ahead. Your wife and kid will wake up to a wrong type of morning. This sword is known to make orphans. No wealth, just cub left in the wilderness. It's awful, but I wait for his bitterness to come and avenge for his father's death. Keep an eye on my father's threat. Chambada, chambada, bada, chambada, chambada, bada, chambada, chambada, bada. That's the sound of clashing katanas. Chambada, chambada, bada, chambada, chambada, bada, chambada, chambada, bada. That's the sound of clashing katanas. The wave pattern along the blazes of clay, heated and cooled to a hard martensite. Say, in a battle, if the sword would have snapped and twined. Bad news for your spine, that's why. But builders far superior, the heart soft and flexible, but the skin tough and durable. The combination is a genius behind the fiercest forged weapon ever known to man. Damn, but the one with the thumb on the handle must learn to stay calm and stand like a candle in a storm. Looming, that's guaranteed to take many forms and attack from all angles. The shadow men coming at the woodwork, so adamant I don't get it like clockwork. There's no good or evil, only strong or feeble. If it both live, see you in the sequel. Chambada, chambada, bada, chambada, chambada, bada, chambada, chambada, bada. That's the sound of clashing katanas. Yeah, come get it if you wanna.
Flame made that beat.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches they hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine, but your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, it was easy. If only I made it, keep this shit on repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that ish, cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. These hoes, they know I'm on, it's my show. I know I'm better, Gucci sweater, Louis V, my bros. I chose this road, cause I know I'm cold. I'm on a level you can't handle, you can't steal this flow. I swear I want people to feel me, but I don't care if they don't, cause this is the real me. How can I give up? Ain't it's not enough to make them stop what I'm saying. And I gotta hit now for these weak ass hoes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
See, I'm really getting tired of you. Wanna do everything but tell the truth. They be sleeping on me really when I'm in the booth. Sensational, yes, tasteful, insatiable. My name, baby. Come on, girl, let me drive you crazy. Done fighting, I wanna go tonight. So what's up tonight? I'm all dressed in white. I don't snort the white, but we can blow the green. Reconcile the new money team. Sophisticated, so it may look mean. I'm all about my cream and trying to chase my dream. God got me, so I'll never stop. Keep it real, never turn and pop. Ambitious mind like I'm pimple pop. Longest Cam got us, we'll never flop.
Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that ish, 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out. And I'll probably end up laughing, 'cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip. I don't need that shit, 'cause I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, 'cause on everything I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
Try to keep above the fray. Keep my mind beyond the chase. But something's always going wrong. No one has the answer.
Hi, my name is Jen. I'm Matthew's mom. Matt was born with NF1, which is a genetic disease with many symptoms. In 2018, he had open heart surgery, which they put in a new aortic valve. And June of this year, he stubbed his toe. It turned black, and no one would listen to me because I knew something was wrong. And finally, someone listened to me, and we found out that that aortic graft is actually infected. He ended up having a GI bleed while waiting for the aortic valve to be gone. And he lost his left arm mobility and his left leg mobility. So I'm asking you, please help us.
Hello, my name's Loretta, and I'm 77 years old. That's right, 77, and I'm a fan of the Booth. Sinister One, Keith Hayes. That's right, my favorite. He's like a adorable Sammy Davis Jr., but for the new age kids. And everybody that loves sports, because I love all that New England sports. The Boston Celtics, the New England Patriots. I don't even give a damn about the Jets or the Giants.
Actually enjoy treating your customers like a piece of shit, because that's how I felt when I went to the Alamo Draft House. Okay? You know what? I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to text in your little crappy ass theater. It was too fucking dark in that place for me to find my seat, alright? I was using my phone as a flashlight to get to my fucking seat. So excuse me for using my phone in USA, United States of America, where you are free to text in a theater. I was not aware that I couldn't text in your theater, all right? I've texted in all the other theaters in Austin, and no one ever gave a fuck about what I was doing with my fucking phone, all right? And it was on silent. It wasn't on loud. It wasn't bothering anybody. You guys obviously were being assholes to me. And I'm sure that's what you do, you know, to rip people off. You take my money, and then you throw me out. You know, I will never be coming back to your Alamo Draft House or whatever. I'd rather go to a regular theater where people are actually polite. And, you know, I'm going to tell everyone about how you are. And I'm pretty sure you guys are being on purpose. So thanks for making me feel like a customer. Thanks for taking my money.
Dead ass. Serious, I would hate me too. Look at me. Think he the shit. This nigga don't even increase his Air Forces. What the f? Shut the fuck up, you lying.
Van Buren Records.
Van Buren's a brotherhood. Started in high school and grew up to be something special. Not too many's gotten this type of opportunity. Haiti's where we're from. Geno's is where we come together. Where we break bread. Van Buren's here to change a lot of the narrative. Trying to change the culture. Show the world what Brockton's really made of.
Probably be doing too much, yeah. Probably be doing too much, Probably be doing too much, yeah. Probably be doing too much, Probably be doing too much, yeah. Probably be doing too much, Probably be doing too much, yeah.
Brockton, New Balance, Snipes.
deputy. Oh no, oh. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Ooh, 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 yeah.
Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of Reach Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And with every wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. Two Lives at Once pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, two lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to reachacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's reachacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
Hi, my name is Al. I am a father and I have 2 kids. I also ride a motorcycle, so please check twice. Save a life. Motorcycles are everywhere.
For more information on sharing the road, visit mass.gov/RMV.
This is Deanna Marie, and you're watching The Booth, a Sinister One production on Hoobazoo.com.
Are you serious?
Do the Deadpool one-hand reload. Good question. Easy enough. Let's do it. Before I do this, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's not hard at all. I don't know if I can do that. That's pretty crazy. Grabs the gun like this, and the mag's in the air and it drops. He does that, and then he racks it on himself. That's okay. In here, ready? Can we get a little closer? All right, maybe closer. Even then.
911? I'll hold.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
You like some motherfucking action heroes in it. Yeah.
This is destiny. This is madness. This is the Booth.
Step into the twisted mind of my literature, designed to get into the depths of your mind, administer sickness around to mimic the lights of snuff cinema. What you must give into, you're nothing but pups. Remember you Homer and Happy Simpson, son. Nothing Ithaca. Stalkers like the northern half of Korea's peninsula. ESP your island like the Booth, something sinister. ESP your island like the Booth, something sinister. ESP your island like the Booth, something sinister.
Alrighty, it's your boy Sinister One broadcasting live from the City of Champions. You are watching The Booth. I gotta thank everybody who is already in the chat. I gotta thank everybody for tuning into the show last week. My first guest is on with me right now, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. John Hayes, I see you in the room. Thank you for tuning in. We got a lot of stuff, like I said, to talk about. Again, I gotta thank my guest from last week. Let me get into my sponsors real quick. Michael Douglas Bretto, MDB Electronics. If you need a controller to get fixed and you want to be gaming back to 24, 48 hours, Michael Douglas Bretto is the guy you want to send them out to. 24, 48 hours, lifetime warranty available. Also, my artist, Viana Marie. Her music is streaming everywhere. We're up to 494,000 streams. And this Thursday night, we are going to be at Brockton Beer Company hosting the karaoke night at Brockton Beer Company. You are the star. Me, myself, and Viana Marie will be there. And it's going to be a great time. Make sure to come down Thursday, beginning gates open at 4. I believe we're going to start karaoke about 5. We're going to go till closing. If you want to get your sing on, head on down. Tactical Target Systems. That's where I get those targets that you see me with at the range. Also, I Love Boston Sports, black-owned, minority-owned business. Those are the T-shirts that you saw several Patriots players wearing, several Celtics players wearing. Some great stuff. Bruins players. I Love BostonSports.com. And then, ladies, you see those sexy photos that you see women take, and you say, I could never do that. I could never get myself to take these pictures. As you see right there on the left-hand side, my artist, Viana Marie, is right there. She reached out to Kimberly Ann. Kimberly Ann owns this company called Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Ladies, if you have a special someone, you just want to take some photos for them, and you want to be put in this environment where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe, where you feel empowered, reach out to Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Her Instagram and everything pops. You got to go on there and see the women that are on there that are taking these pictures for special people. And again, Kimberly Ann Empowerment Photography. Also, Underwatch Protective Services, Mobile Patrol, Foot Patrol, Armed Guards, Unarmed Guards, Event Security, Private Security. Also, another black-owned business by Daryl Smith, CEO. Make sure to reach out for him if you need any security services. Again, 1-800-315-1033. He is bonded and licensed. And before we get into the news booth, I'm going to get into my first guest up here in the upper left-hand corner. This is her first time on the show with me, so this is, you know, the usual thing when people come on this show. You know, I can really come at them and really hit them with the hard questions. I could really call them out on stuff, and a lot of people have come on this show and they said, "Hey, we love it because we know you're not going to pull no punches. But this is that first interview. Usually it's more of an introduction. I want people to get to know her and why she's on here. And then maybe later on when we come back on, if we have some issues we want to chop up and discuss, we could do that. But I'm going to let her introduce herself and why she is on this show today.
Thank you, Keith, for having me this evening. And thank you for all those who are tuning in on the Sinister production. And my name's Tamisha L, and I'm running for Governor's Council. Governor's Council nominate judges, parole board members. They do pardons, commutations. They nominate notary publics, justice of the peace, clerk magistrates, industrial accidents, and other public administrators within the judicial system. A little bit about me is that I am an associate probation officer out of the trial court of Massachusetts. One of the courts that I've worked in, the latest court that I've worked in is in Stoughton District Court. And I have a master's degree for criminal justice and leadership from Northeastern University. I'm also a legal advocate for domestic violence homeless shelter out in Boston. And I essentially started my career working for the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office in the major felony unit. So within the last decade, I've had the experience working alongside of judges, police officers, assistant district attorneys, as well as defense attorneys. And a lot of people don't know the immense amount of power that judges have. And this is an open seat. District 2 consists of 37 towns. Brockton being one of them, and Randolph and any surrounding towns, Whitman, we can go on, that are close to Brockton are part of the district. And I have the lived experience, professional experience, and the education. And my lived experience is my cousin that I grew up with, my first cousin. He spent 27 years in jail for a crime he did not commit. He was exonerated in 2021 in the city of Boston. And I just want to make sure that I'm standing up against the injustices that are happening to people in the community, as well as being a voice for change. The council never had a woman of color for 244 years. If we're in a position like the council and we're looking for representation in all across the domain in the Commonwealth, meaning I don't care what color you are, your religion, your sexual orientation, we have a job to do, and that is making sure that we nominate judges that are fair and impartial. And I cannot tell you, throughout my campaigning within the district, a lot of people don't know what governor council is. A lot of people don't know what the function is, but it holds a lot of power, right? People go to court, they see a judge, they don't know how the judge got there. First, you have to be an attorney. Then you complete a thorough application for judgeship. It goes before the governor, and then the governor presents it to the 8 councils. There's 8 districts, 8 councils, and they vet, meaning it's kind of like interviewing. They vet the judges thoroughly to make sure that they're able to become the judges that they say that they can, excuse me. So being on the council, being able to work with judges, knowing their temperament, I work with them 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. I see and breathe it, and I see how they think. And as an associate probation officer, I help people who've committed time to get back into the community, getting treatment for mental health and getting treatment for substance abuse. I've worked in several different types of courts, veterans court, referring veterans into veterans court to preserve their record, juvenile court, mental health court, and drug court. And, I've had the experience, again, within the last 10 years, and it's important for me to educate people. I don't consider myself a politician. I consider myself a public servant, a servant that is trying to make sure that judges are fair and impartial and giving everyone a fair shot once they come into the criminal justice system.
Busy. And this position you're talking about is a position that a lot of people really don't hear about, really don't know about. But like you said, this is a position that has not been filled by a minority woman in what, 244 years, you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, that's insane.
When you're looking at the population that makes the prison system, right? According to Harvard, there's less than 13% minority judges. And, in our prison population, Black and Brown and Latino makes the most population. And then you wonder why there's never been a woman of color on the council. And, when we're talking about the criminal justice system and you're hearing stories like my first cousin, you hear that over and over and over again. And when is it going to stop? We really need to make sure that we are putting people in offices that not only will do the work, but is actually looking to service everyone from across the Commonwealth, regardless of the zip code that you're living in.
And it's funny because, you talk about your cousin, you talk about these things that have gone on over the years. We're seeing a lot of people get exonerated. And the funny thing is that, I watched the Karen Reed trial, and I saw all the unrest, and I saw all the people complaining about all the horrors that was coming out of this trial that the police did, the prosecutor did. And I said, what's funny is, and I said, as soon as you put an attractive white woman in this position and everybody wants to jump to her defense, now you all see what a lot of young Black men have gone through, a lot of young Latino men have gone through, where, these cases are pretty much set in stone. They already know that they're gonna hang you out to dry to further their political careers. I mean, you look at this Karen Reed case, you've got a prosecutor that has to answer for some stuff. You've already got 2 state police troopers who acted horribly and have lost their jobs. You've got cops going down the Cape and destroying phones for evidence. You've got this whole thing about chats going on about defendants, and you're already guilty. You're not even getting a fair trial before you even got in the trial, because they're already dragging you through the mud behind your back when it's supposed to be a fair process. So kind of go on how this Karen Reed case really kind of shined the light on this instability in the courtroom and things of that sort.
Well, I usually say, God works in mysterious ways, right? So I think not to go into a rabbit hole in the Karen Reed case, but if we can dissect the case in many different ways, right? You have a white woman, she has money, she has a good attorney to represent her, and the attorney that was representing her was able to hold each person accountable for their testimony and the evidence that was being presented. But when you look at marginalized communities, we don't have the money to get good attorneys. Like, I'll use my cousin as an example. He's a black man. So usually when you go into a court, and this is just my opinion, they find you guilty before you're innocent, right? You don't have money to get a good attorney, so you stick with a public defender, which is about $150. Most likely, they're just going to present what they have and kind of break a deal right away with the district attorney's office, just because that's all they have. And then you also have, she's educated, and she's a woman, and she's a white woman. So she has all these things that are helping her and bringing showcase to her case. But when you have people from, Black and brown or Latinos, they don't have that exposure. They usually are found guilty first. They don't have the money for good representation, and the evidence, how are they going to fight the evidence? And they put them in situations that maybe they were being at the wrong place at the wrong time, but everything is just stacked against them. And then you have the judge. The judge has to go with what is presented to them. Oftentimes they'll go with what the district attorney presents. And then there you go. You're found guilty when you're actually innocent. And, one of the things that, was gut-wrenching for my family was, one, his mother passed away. He could not go to see his mother in his funeral, even though he was innocent. Two, he went to numerous parole board hearings, and he was denied several times, even if he was innocent. So these are the things that are happening to people like you and I. We don't have the money, so we just have to just go with the flow. And you know what I mean? Some people stress and lack of money and just want to get it over with, just pleads guilty just to plead the guilty, because they don't want to go through all the process. And when you have money, you can do a lot. And in her case, she was fortunate enough to get a good legal team to represent her to the fullest extent. But oftentimes people from marginalized communities don't have that, and they end up settling. And, usually they require bail. She had the money to bail, put up for herself. And not everybody, if you're homeless, you're not going to find $50 to bail yourself out, let alone $500,000 to bail yourself out. So, there's a lot of components to it. But definitely this case has exposed the criminal legal system in a way to open people's eyes, to let them know what happens in certain situations when it comes to cases like Karen Reed.
And she's about to make all this money back because she's about to get a Netflix deal and things of that sort. Now, your cousin was exonerated. Now, some states, they actually, if you're exonerated, they pay you some type of restitution. I don't know if Mass has to do that. I know New York does. Does Mass have to?
Yes, I know that he has an attorney, and they're helping him, but there's a lot of components going to that too. You got to get an attorney, you got to get someone to trust to represent you in the restitution hearing, and there's a limit of how much they can pay you. I can tell you that he's in the process, but he has not been paid yet. And how much he's going to be paid, I don't know. But for 27 years, money cannot bring back your mental health.
Exactly.
And everything that has gone, everything that you've gone through in the jail that only you would know about. But the moral of the story is that we need to make sure when we have positions open, such as the Governor's Council, we are asking thorough questions to these nominees, asking them, what do you know about substance abuse? What do you know about mental health? What do you know about marginalized community and the homeless community? What would you do if someone stole from Walgreens and they're homeless? Are you going to hold them overnight, or are you going to put conditions in place or help this person get the treatment that they need? Because one, if they're homeless and they're stealing, they're probably trying to feed an addiction or need food. So there's certain kind of cases that you look at, you ask, is it warranted for someone to go to jail for? And judges have discretion. Most of them, go by the book, but the discretion piece, you got to really evaluate the situation, how this person got there. And for me, I just want to make sure that, what happened to my cousin doesn't happen to anyone else. And two, that we're really looking at the criminal justice system and making sure, that it's fair across the board for everyone. Because, if you have money, you can beat certain cases, you can walk off easily. But when you're poor and from the marginalized community, you're not going to get a fair shot.
And there's a popular TikTok judge from Rhode Island who does exactly what you say. And I'm not sure if you've seen it. There's a Rhode Island judge. He's, a lot of his videos are on TikTok, and he takes these cases and he's had these situations where he uses his heart and he thinks. And I remember seeing one where it was an older gentleman. He was caught speeding. But
yes.
Yep. He asked him his situation. He asked him why. And then he let that gentleman go. Then there was a young black man who he had a job interview, but he didn't know how to tie a tie, and he had to get to a friend's house for the tie. Traffic judge. Dennis is saying his name. He's the traffic judge out of Rhode Island. It's a good show. And he said he had to get to this job interview. He got pulled over, and he got the ticket, and the judge let him go. So he looks at these things, like you said. He looks at things overall. He's not just looking at the crime committed. He's looking at why. And I think that's key. That's key.
Yeah, and another thing too is, I sit in a courtroom 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and you listen to these kind of cases. And when I hear you have a police officer and you have a civilian coming in to dispute a ticket, oftentimes the judge will take it under advisement. But it's clear as day that you don't need to take it under advisement. If this person doesn't have a bad driving record or never had a speeding ticket, it's not that serious to put it under advisement. Just tell the person, I'll dismiss the case, but don't pick up any other speeding tickets such as this. There's a lot of components to it, and I feel like we can be using our time more effectively instead of wasting tax dollar on things that are minor. And we have serious things that we can be doing as far as helping people in the community that really needs it.
And it's funny you say that, because there are a lot of things that are out of your control. And so I had a situation that could have went to court, and I had a situation where I purchased a car, but I had an accident that was under appeal, and I was waiting for the results of the appeal. Now, because the appeal from this accident was in waiting, I wasn't able to register my car because the appeals were backlogged. The appeals for insurance companies have been backlogged for up to 6 months. So I got pulled over because I bought the car. I had 7 days to register it, and we were past the 7 days. So I just kept all my paperwork. I had the plates switched over. I got pulled over in Bridgewater. And I told the officer, I said, I got the paperwork here. I says, the appeal system is backlogged. I says, and they can't release it. I had already won my appeal, but they were backlogged on processing. And it was funny because the cop goes, I'm in the same boat. He says, I won an appeal. He says, and he goes, I'm running around with a car that has no registration on it. He goes, I totally get it. He goes, when you get the thing finally done, he says, I said, yeah, no problem. I said, this is why I keep that paperwork. So sometimes there's issues like this that people are totally unaware of that happens within our government. And it's just crazy stuff, it's just crazy stuff. So I'm really glad to have you on. How can people follow you? What's your social media and stuff like that?
I'm on Facebook's Tamisha Civil for Change. I'm on Instagram, Civil for Change, and that's number 4 for change. And my website is www.tamishacivil.com, and you'll be able to see all my endorsements. I have endorsements from Brockton, from Gene Bradley, which is a city councilor at large.
Yep, I know
he
Gene.
endorsed me. I have a governor's council from District 8. Tara Jacobs endorsed me. And I have a Coalition of Social Justice endorsed me as well. And I have several other over 18 endorsements. And it's really important for us to get out there and making sure that people vote. One of the things that we can't complain about is how our system is if we're not voting. A lot of people that you meet, I don't vote, I don't do that, my vote don't count. Yes, it does count.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it counts. And it's all about educating and informing individuals that when you vote, you can change the trajectory in your community. So this is an open seat, and I have the experience to be the voice to make sure that the next judge that comes on, who works for the trial court of Massachusetts, their ideology reflects the constituents in our district. We need to build partnerships. It's not only just being a judge telling people what to do, because judges can turn your life for good, and they also can turn your life for bad. And they have immense amount of power, but we want to make sure those that are hitting the bench, they are well equipped with what's going on in the district that they want to serve. So partnership with organizations, knowing what programs, treatment programs that are available instead of incarceration, they'll have an understanding. I've spoken or worked with this organization. I know that they have a 16-week treatment program. I'm going to put you in there instead of incarcerating you and sobering up. I know for me, as my clients, when I'm supervising them in the community, they tell me if they relapse for whatever reason, and then they get caught and they pick a new offense, I have to bring the case forward. However, they'll tell me, Tamisha, please don't let them put me in jail. I need treatment. If I go to jail, I will just come out worse, which is true. You'll go to jail for 30 days, and then you sober up and you come back and you relapse, you come out worse. So I think it's really important we think about, those who are coming to ask you to vote, because they will do the work. Oftentimes you'll see people only during election, but I'm in the community. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We are devoted into servicing all mankind. I did the backpack distribution with Brockton High School, making sure that students get get backpacks before school starts. And, I'm advocating for women's rights, women with domestic violence, giving food out with, I know one of the good organizations that I've worked with is Love Life Now with Laverne Gordon, who's doing a phenomenal job. And I'm also part of Phoenix House Domestic Violence Shelter, where we're constantly promoting safety for women in the community. And, truly, I ask for everyone's vote on September 3rd. Early voting is next week. If you have the opportunity, go out and vote. I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking you to spread the word out to your neighbors, your constituents, because oftentimes you'll hear people say, I have all this money, I'm going to win and I'm going to do that, but they're all there for a political gain. I'm a public servant. I know what it feels like when you have a family member that has been falsely incarcerated. I know when my clients are crying to me and telling me, Tamisha, I need treatment. Please put me in a treatment program. I know when women are crying and tell me, Tamisha, I need a restraining order. Tell me how to do it. What do I need to do? So you want to make sure that you're not just putting someone in office that just wants to be known, but is actually doing the work. is actually caring about people. And I'm the person for the council, and I'm going to do my best to get that seat, but only with the help of the constituents. We're running a phenomenal campaign. We have a lot of support, but we still need everyone's voice to be counted. There's 37 towns, and I cannot tell you, I came from Framingham before coming onto this interview. So I'm everywhere throughout our district, and I intend to continue to be in Brockton to support people in the community in Brockton and how to continue to educate folks on the Governor's Council.
And we have a couple of veterans and other people in the chat. Margaret, thank you for tuning in. And we got a couple of known veterans in the chat. Dennis Donahue,
thank you for your service.
Yep. Doug John Macedo, host of Homeland Heroes podcast and Fubar Studios. Doug John Macedo, he's also in the chat. Thank you for your service. What kind of stuff do you do to help veterans? You had said you did some stuff with Veterans Court.
Right. So my job as an associate probation officer, if a veteran picks up a case, say a domestic violence or substance abuse mental health, what we do is we don't arraign them. We ask for a second date for them to come back to court. We refer them to Veterans Court. Veterans have their own particular court. Once their case is transferred over to Veterans Court, they will have someone represent them there, and they will put them with they will analyze the case. They will look into the case and see how they can get this person resources and to help them preserve their record. Because face it, they're giving their life to serve our country. They're coming back to a new environment, and they're adapting. They have to adapt to a lot of new things. So we want to make sure that we're not penalizing them. We're not penalizing them due to something that happened to them while they were servicing our country. So what I do is refer them to Veterans Court, making sure that someone is there to go and sit down with them and clinically assess what the situation is and see how we can get them the help that they need.
Nice. Good stuff. And it's funny, you talk about, the community and people getting out there and voting. One of the things people can say about me on this show, I call out our own community because, over the years, the Black community numbers, the minority groups in cities and towns have grown. They're growing, but the voting numbers year after year are low. 4% in Brockton during the last election. That's nothing to smile about. That's nothing to be happy about. Not when you're the biggest minority city in the state. 4% is horrible. Horrible, people. That's horrible. And even in the presidential, the numbers for Brockton were still abysmal. 10% abysmal. So again, it's one of those things. I go to the barbershop and I hear the same thing. My vote don't count, or why should I vote? They don't care about us. Well, if you started voting, how about you go down south where they're taking away people's rights to vote? And they know down there in these counties in Georgia, Stacey Abrams, let it be known, and she got the masses out to vote, and people was calling up and saying, hey, they're moving my district. They're shutting down the lines at 6:00 and they're supposed to be open till 8. So you talk to a Black person down south, it's a totally different. People up here, they need to realize you got to get out and vote.
They need to realize that people died for them in order to be here where they are today. We have a lot of people, if we want to go through our history, a lot of people died to be able to vote and give us the opportunity to vote now. And, I'm not saying I don't understand why people don't vote. I do, because oftentimes you get disappointed over and over again. You feel like you're not being heard. You feel like there's no change. But once we can come as a collective, a body, and vote, we will start being able to see the difference that we can make. It's all about coming together as a force. Once we come together, we will see the tremendous impact we have in our community. And we cannot forget, it's not about us. I'm 43 years old. It's about the next generation. It's about me leaving something behind for the next generation and for my child. If I'm no longer in existence, I want to make sure that he has something to look forward to. And the generation that we have right now, they're relying on TikTok, social media to get their news, but we cannot let them rest on their laurels. We need to make sure that they understand their power of their vote, their power of advocacy, their power of speaking out when things are wrong, for the injustices in our criminal justice system, in our rights. So it's important to get involved and getting the next generation to get involved as well.
Nice. And before I let you get out of here, I got to ask you your thoughts, because I'm going to be bringing this up in the Biden bombshell segment, but just your thoughts on the hit and misses of day one. Democratic National Convention, which kicked off last night. Day two is tonight. Michelle and Barack are speaking tonight, so everybody should be tuned in to hear what they're going to have to say. But it was a good night last night. I just want to hear your thoughts about the hit and miss from last night.
Well, I don't think there was any misses. I'm fired up. You know, we're not going back. We cannot go back. We cannot repeat history, because the moment we repeat history, we'll go back 10 years, if not more. So I'm fired up. I'm happy to see Kamala running. She's my soror. We're in the same sorority together, which is Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I'm fired up. I'm proud she's running, and she has what it takes to run. She has the experience. She has the education. She has more than her opponent. And face it, if her opponent can say that, you know, there are particular jobs for particular races, meaning a Black job, then that's something that I am afraid to have someone in leadership to tell me that there is a particular job for me out there to do. No, there isn't. My job is to advocate for everyone. We don't need any division in our country right now, and we can agree to disagree. People can be affiliated to whatever party, but I know the party that I am, the Democrat Party, is that they are there to bring people together, to make sure that people's rights are not being impacted. And I'm fired up. I'm ready for what's to come. And I'm asking everyone else that's listening on the show to vote, spread the word. That's the only way I'll be able to get into the seat, is if you spread the word in every way that you can. And you know, we can make history this year. We can definitely make history, and we should make history, because we fought long and hard to be where we are here now, and we will continue to do that.
And you know, before we get out of here, I just got to play this little clip.
Stop
right here.
doing that!
Stop doing that! Stop! And the reason why I just played that clip, stop doing that, stop, T-Pain, Black men. You have a mother, and some of y'all have sisters. And some of the stuff I'm seeing some Black men put out there about Vice President Harris is atrocious, offensive. And I could tell you right now, if you had a daughter, you wouldn't want somebody saying it. And I saw a video of some guys out there. They were saying, well, she's not even really Black. And first and foremost, people, if you're Black and you're saying that Vice President Harris is not Black, you're an idiot. Because let me tell you something right now. If this was 1950, Vice President Harris wouldn't be able to drink out the white water fountain. She wouldn't be able to eat at a white restaurant. She wouldn't be able to go to a white church. She wouldn't be able to shop in a white store. So when you are Black and you're saying this stuff about her not being Black, when her father's Jamaican and her mother's, she's still Black. We still embrace her. She's still considered Black Asian. It's like the draft from Dave Chappelle with Tiger Woods, and he said that he's Blasian. You know what I'm saying? But the white people took him in, and even though that's a funny ass skit, it's so weird how people can be. So I need you all to stop that. I need you all to stop that. Stop that, Black men. Stop that. I'm just calling you out. That's crazy stuff right there. And you know, like I said, you know, I see white people saying the same thing, but it's not for them to understand. When you're in the Black community and you're saying stuff like that, I gotta call you out. Sorry. I'm sorry. We've been through too much. I got on the MBTA at a time where the racial stuff was just starting to be stopped. You know, that the whole AA affirmative action, all that stuff. I got on the T right at that time where you got on there and they were still kind of calling you the N word, but they could have lost their job. You know what I'm saying? So I was there when all that stuff was being, you know, I was one of the first black kids bussed out of Mission Hill back in the 70s. But here's the thing. While a lot of kids were bussed to South Boston, where all the press and everybody was, I was high honors. I was a high honors student. I was double promoted. I was bussed to Brighton, Mass, which was worse than being sent to South Boston. Why? Because the black kids who were sent to South Boston, the South Boston residents were still blue-collar, low-income people. I was shipped off to Brighton, Mass, where not only was I black, but I was also low-income in a place where everybody in Brighton at that time was all high income. So not only was I hated for my skin color, I was hated for the fact that I was beneath them financially. And the first day there, I had the military take me to school. They threw human feces at our bus, and there was only 8 kids, only 8 of us from Mission Hill went to Brighton. On the second day, only 4 of us returned to that school. And the fourth day, on the second day, someone called me the N-word. And I remember going home and crying and telling my dad, I can't do this no more. I'm not going. And my father said, it's just a word. Don't ever let anybody take your education away. And from that point on, focused. So I just want to let people know. I got to thank you, Tamisha, for coming on this show.
Thank you so much, Keith. I appreciate it. Thank you
Oh,
for
good stuff.
allowing me to be on your platform. And if anyone else wants me, we don't have it much time. We don't have much time left. September 3rd is the primary. Next week is early voting. But if anyone would like me to come to speak at one of their events or radio, I know you said you have someone who has a podcast that was asking a question.
Yep.
If they're interested, reach out to me so we can continue to spread the word to vote for September 3rd for Governor's Council. And on the ballot, it will only say Councillor, but my name will still be on there, which I'm the first on the ballot, which is Tamisha Civil.
Right, and that's good to know. And I got to really thank you for coming on the show. This was a really good discussion. Like I said, usually when people come on here for their first interview, we keep it 10 minutes and we move it on. It's kind of an introduction, but you really got a lot of information out there, and I want to make sure everybody's out there to support you on September 3rd. And that was great stuff. And what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back here with more Booth after this. Hold tight. All right, it's your boy Citizen Swim back here in the booth. I got to thank Tamisha Civil for coming on the show. Good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. Chris Gagney, I see you in the chat. Dougie Macedo's in the chat. Dennis Donahue, thank you. Good stuff. As again, she's running for the Democratic Council for going to be selecting judges and overseeing that if she gets elected. So good stuff. I want to make sure we get everybody on here, Republican, Democrat, whoever. Get on here. Get on here. September 3rd is the first vote, and then November is the big vote. So let's get in here. Let's get back into, as we said, the news booth. Good news. Last week I talked about Brockton Hospital reopening up. Needed to reopen up. There was a lot of crap going on. Good Sam was closing, and then they announced, that Steward Hospital was bankrupt, and it was going downhill fast. But sometimes you got to see the darkness for a little bit until you see the light, and the light came next week as Governor Healy come out and announced that Boston Medical, BMC, has purchased Good Sam. And I hate to say this. I wasn't happy with the services at Good Sam. A lot of people on social media complained about the services and the things that was going on at Good Sam, and part of that was probably because, they were having those money issues. BMC was very involved with my mother's care. We went into BMC a lot for my mom's care for her rare disorder, stiff person syndrome, and they did damn good there. Damn good. The referrals was damn good there. The people they sent us to was awesome. So, BMC taking over Good Sam, that is like, you guys have if you haven't dealt with BMC, it's going to be a big difference. It's going to be a big difference. And I'm hoping what this does is that by BMC buying Good Sam, a lot of people won't have to take that trip all the way into Boston to BMC. They will now be able to go here on the South Shore. So it keeps all that traffic from going into Boston for their appointments there. And Good Sam, that's a big size hospital. That's a good size hospital for them to purchase. So it's going to be big. I don't think people really realize how big this is going to be. Now we have a second good hospital because Good Sam had gotten to the point where it was so bad that, some people, they were like, no, I'm going to Brockton. Don't bring me to Good Sam. Bring me to Brockton. So if you have two good places like this, it kind of takes the stress off of one place and you can have it work evenly. And I'm happy. I'm super happy to hear this news about BMC buying Good Sam. Also in the news booth, Brockton High School students were awarded scholarships from National Financial Literacy Contest. For these students right there, you see picture there, got their scholarships. So kudos to them. Awesome job. Applause, applause, applause. And hey, times are changing. Here in Massachusetts right now, we have free tuition for 1 year in college. Norway now has free college, but here's the key with Norway. You can be, their colleges are online. You could be anywhere in the world and attend a college in Norway for free. It doesn't matter that you're not a resident of Norway. As long as you are living on this effing planet, you can go to college in Norway for free. So all these people out here who say they can't further their education and things of that sort, hey, it's starting. It's opening up. When online tuitions began and online classes, I said it was going to change the industry as we know it. And it is. It is. So again, Norway is allowing any student from anywhere in the world to take their public college tuition for free. So go on, check it out, see what they got, see what they have to offer. Good stuff, an exciting time. Also in the news booth, BMW is recalling 720,000 cars for an electric water pump issue. For those who didn't hear this, or for those who own a BMW, they'll tell you the later models, there's an issue with the water pumps developing leaks. Known issue. It's been a known issue with BMWs. You'll see a lot of BMWs sitting in people's driveways because of this problem. Recall has now been placed 720,000 cars affected. If you own a BMW, you can sign up on the website, either the BMW or the NHTSA, and you can get yourself in line to get your car repaired, get this water pump replaced. And I think they've got this fire issue too, so it leaks, cause fires. Ford, Mazda is also warning owners to stop driving older vehicles with dangerous Takata airbags. Here's the problem. I work in the transportation field. I did about 5 years at Everett's Auto Parts, the junkyard, and Takata is pretty much almost Dennis Donahue, who's a mechanic. Takata is almost in every effing vehicle. They kind of monopolized the airbag industry. Almost every car you buy. So this isn't just a Ford Mazda thing. You had Nissan a little while ago with the airbag. A lot of them were changing airbags out and still having problems with the airbags. Takata is it's a big problem. Huge problem. This airbag recall could probably end up being worse than the Ford Windstar recall. If you guys don't remember the Ford Windstar recall, that was the axle problem. It started out as a technical maintenance service bulletin about the axles breaking and snapping, and Ford didn't address it correctly. They had it as a technical service bulletin. If you brought it in, they were still charging you, and then all of a sudden they had a recall. The recall did come down on the axles, but it was kind of a crappy recall. They were kind of taking their time, and then what happened? Another axle snapped, and the guy got killed. The whole family almost got killed. And that was it. That was it. That recall took off like no tomorrow, to the point where I was at Everett's when that recall hit. There was actually no more recall. Ford had to take the cars back. They had to take the Windstars back, and then junkyards were paying you. So you took the car back to the dealership, and then the dealership was putting you into another vehicle, and then they were bringing the Windstars to junkyards, and they had to be junked, and they had to show proof that these Windstars were junked at a facility. And to be honest, we used to always have to have pot chaser vehicles for the yard. And I'll tell you, when the Ford Windstar thing hit, the Ford Windstar became like the pot chaser vehicle. It probably became that across the country. The Ford Windstar was the thing that everybody probably used at every junkyard to chase parts from the yard and bring them up to the front. It was crazy. So this airbag thing could be really crazy. I actually posted this story, and Tom McGinty worked with me at Everett's Auto Parts. Tom McGinty actually talked about it in the post. So if you want to go see what he says, good stuff. He owns McGinty Auto Parts up there in New Hampshire. Big shout out to Tom McGinty. Let's get into the entertainment booth. Gena Rowlands passes away, 94 years old. A lot of people remember Gena Rowlands for The Notebook, which I've never seen. So if you want to give me crap in the chat, I've never seen The Notebook. I never saw it. I've heard so much about it. I've heard grown men actually cried over this movie, but I've never seen The Notebook. Gena Rowlands, to me, Gloria. This was a movie back. So remember when you talk about movies in the 80s that are really good, and you tell people that was, as an 80s kid, this was a movie that you needed to see. Gena Rowlands was in this movie called Gloria. And when it came out, at first people thought it was going to be an immediate failure. Why? Because it was just around the 80s. It was just around the start of action movies. And all of a sudden this film comes out, and Gena Rowlands is this mob doll. She's the girlfriend of this mobster, this big mobster. And this little young Spanish boy, his family witnesses this murder, this mafia murder. And the Don, the mafia puts a hit out to kill this entire family. this entire Puerto Rican family. And Gena Rowlands ends up getting caught up in it, and there's I think the boy in the movie was like 8 years old or 9 years old or something, but she takes a liking to the kid, and then this whole movie is about Gena Rowlands, this mob doll, taking this kid to safety, trying to get him to safety while the mobsters are mafia is chasing her down, and she's known. That's what the cool thing about it is that it's not like she doesn't know people. They knew her. The mobsters all knew who she was because she was this girlfriend. So, there's some scenes where dudes was trying to just tell her, hey, just give the kid up, I'll tell you right now, Gena Rowlands, man, that movie, Gloria, was killer. If you haven't seen this movie from the 80s, Gloria, check it out, because it was ahead of its time. It was, her husband, her boyfriend at the time was Henry Cassavetes, and he directed the film. And, again, like I said, in the 80s, men were always action movies. Men, it was just men. And then this, like I said, this action movie come out, and Gena Rowlands played this chick, Gloria. And she, she does this whole movie in this rabbit fur coat and high heels and a skirt. It's crazy. It's crazy. And she got a little 38, because, back in the 80s, crazy movie. So check it out. Check out Gloria if you haven't seen it yet. Great performance by Gena Rowlands in this film. And I want to say that was probably her first movie too. Big movie. Emily, thank you for joining the chat. I see you out there. Also, rest in peace, Jack Russell, Great White, 63 years old. He passed away. Great White, one of the big rock groups of the 80s. Once bitten, twice shy. Jack Russell passed away, 63 years old. Also, in the wrestling world, 81 years old, the other half of the Wild Samoans has passed away. Afa passed away, 81. And here's the crazy thing about it, and I got to give props to everybody in the bloodline. Afa passed away on Friday morning. It was announced, and the entire bloodline, including Roman Reigns, were all at SmackDown on Friday night, and they still put on a hell of a show to close it out, knowing that this legend, this person in their family had passed away. So kudos to them as a family. Man, it's gotta be tough. It's gotta be tough. Again, Afa has now passed away, 81 years old. His brother Sika had passed away, I want to say it was just before WrestleMania or just after WrestleMania. They're gone. The Wild Samoans are gone. Afa and Sika. We also lost Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster from Boston here last week. So it's been tough. It's been tough in the wrestling world. And then in the entertainment booth also, Deadpool and Wolverine becomes the highest grossing R-rated film of all time. It passed The Joker. So it has become the highest R-rated film of all time. They're already talking sequel. Of course they are. Of course they are. We need a sequel. We need to see Wolverine and Deadpool again. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Also this weekend, 108 million. Alien Romulus, 108 million. I was trying to go see it. I haven't been able to go see it. As you can see me with a little bit of scruff. I got a show coming up Thursday night, Rock the Beer Company, and I've got a private event in Foxborough on Saturday night. So I'll be seeing Corey side cuts on Thursday. Right before karaoke night, You Be the Star. I'm getting my cut. So I'm gonna be really fresh on Thursday. But Alien Romulus, 108 million for the box office. Good numbers. Good numbers. We're gonna check it out. But here we go. I got some trailers for you guys. Got some trailers for you guys in the chat. Guess what? October 1st. Nightmare on Elm Street is being released on DVD October 1st. It's been remastered into 4K. Bro, yo, peep how this looks in 4K. Here we go.
1, 2 friends come for you. 3, 4 get locked in the door. 5, 6 grab your loose.
Please, God.
This
is God.
What the hell did that, Lieutenant?
I don't know. What's the coroner got to say?
He's in the jaw and puking since he saw it.
She dreamed this was gonna happen.
What?
That someone was trying to kill her. But he's burned and uses these knives.
I thought it was just another nightmare.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Killer's still loose, you know. He's after us in our dreams. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep. This is just a dream, he isn't real! 9, 10, never sleep. Again.
Nightmare on Elm Street in 4K, October 1st on DVD. Snatch it up, grab it. I hope they stream it in 4K. That'd be great too, watching in 4K on the streaming site. So Warner Brothers, that would be HBO, I believe. HBO Max, I think, has all the Warner Brothers stuff. That might be on there. So HBO Max, maybe. DVD, definitely. Nightmare on Elm Street in 4K. Can't wait to see it. Also, Netflix, October 17th, one day before my birthday. The new Gundam series, Requiem for Vengeance. Man, oh man, oh man. Check it out.
Go! Go! Go!
Principality of Zeon. We came to take Earth away from them. They're gonna do whatever they can to stop us. Perhaps none more so than...
Our mission was to defend the base, Neeland, not get revenge. What the hell is that?
Delta, get out of there!
It's got armor we can't scratch. It's got beam weapons that cut right through our Zaku.
The Gundam. I've been hearing stories about it. I can't believe it.
Federation's new mobile suit. This could turn the tide of the war.
When you face the Gundam, you're gonna wish you had a Zaku in front of you. I can promise you that.
The feds you save will just come back and kill my people, Doc!
I'll save anyone on the battlefield. That includes you.
It's all gone.
We will. It's our home.
Because humanity moved to space, we've acquired abilities we've never needed before. We're evolving into a species that can understand the true intent behind actions. New type ability isn't magic. We all have our duties. You know that, Alfie. I will stop the Gundam!
Excited. And then two more for you, man. Hayden Panettiere returns to the big screen with with Tyler James Williams, everybody who hates Chris, but also known for having probably, I'm gonna say probably his death on The Walking Dead is probably in the top 5 deaths of The Walking Dead. Tyler James Williams. I think his death probably in the top 5 of the worst deaths in The Walking Dead. For real. For real. And you seen it coming a mile away. You see this death coming a mile away. Like you're screaming at the screen and like, yo! Still happens. And the reason why I'm showing this trailer is because Hayden Panettiere is back at the big screen. She's back to acting. And for those who don't know, you know, she's one of these women who was part of this whole, you know, Me Too movement. You know, Hayden Panettiere was this, you know, attractive young girl on Heroes. And, you know, the next thing you know, she's underage and her parents are allowing her to link up with one of the main male actors on the show. And it was kind of crazy, like how everybody kind of accepted it. And then, you know, she went on this whole crazy lifestyle, sex and drugs and stuff. And she went to a really, really, really dark place, almost committed suicide and things of that sort. And then she cleaned up. She hit the book. She wrote a book. And after she wrote the book, she went on these tours to speak with people. And now she's back to acting. And, you know, I wish her luck. Been the hell and effing back. And she's here in this movie called Amber Alert. It's going to hit the theaters on September 27th. And it's kind of a thing that, you know, every time this Amber Alert goes out, you all kind of wish what would happen. You know, what would you do in the situation? Here we go. Here's the trailer for Amber Alert.
I got a live one here. Charlotte Bryce, 7 years old, yellow dress, white shoes, pink socks. Abduction. Right in front of her mom.
This is Sergeant Casey requesting an Amber Alert, immediate dispatch.
You got kids?
No.
It's Big Jake. He's turning 5. Oh, I hate these.
Hey, look at that car right there.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, I think I see the car from the Amber Alert. Get closer. Go! We saw her.
You saw Charlotte Bryce.
We're trying to catch up to him.
We're doing like 100 miles an hour. If he sees us, he could do something crazy.
Listen, you need to back off that car.
Are you guys coming?
The closest available unit is half an hour away.
I've lost signal.
Are you calling them back? Are they coming?
If we don't find him, she'll be gone forever.
We need to exercise extreme caution. This creep is armed, and they're not.
They're down there.
What is this? On the door.
Charlotte?
Amber Alert looks pretty good. Hayden Panettiere's returned to the screen, and Tyler James Williams, who's all grown up now. No more Everybody Hates Chris. So, also in the entertainment booth, man, oh man, thank you to my brother Kevin Hayes. Sometimes I send him stuff, sometimes he sends me stuff. This time he sent me a trailer for another Asian zombie horror, Operation Undead. It actually just came out last week. I gotta find out what streaming place I can get this. Look, Asians have been killing the zombie genre. For real. You know, America had it. America was doing it. Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Dead, you know, Day of the Dead, Army of the Dead, you know. Dawn of the Dead remake did it for me because they introduced fast zombies. And then all of a sudden Train to Busan came out, and Train to Busan had zombies that didn't die if you shot them in the head. They still came. And they ran. So the only way to beat the zombies in Train to Busan was you had to dismember them, and so they couldn't run. And then you saw The Kingdom on Netflix, which was another great zombie genre from the Asian community. Oh my God. Oh my God. How many of y'all have any of y'all seen The Kingdom on Netflix? The zombie. Have any of you seen it?
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I had to drop that because look, The Kingdom on Netflix. I've seen a lot of shows and movies and stuff of how zombie apocalypses begin. And we've seen, Return of the Living Dead, chemicals. Government chemicals. It's usually always government chemicals, a train rollover, and chemicals from the government. It's always something like that. A satellite falls to Earth with radiation. It's always, that's the American way. That's the American way to start a good, wholesome zombie apocalypse. Walking Dead. The infection was already in us. If you die, it activates and you become a zombie. Good, home, USA values of how to start a zombie apocalypse. But here, in the movie in the TV series The Kingdom, here's the first part of it. The Kingdom zombie show on Netflix takes place during the period of shoguns and then poor people. So in other words, it's an era where they just got muskets and everybody else fights with swords. But the zombie apocalypse starts in the most craziest way because you have these shoguns who are overseen by kings. And then beneath the kings and the shoguns, you have the poor people who live out in the lands, poor as hell, barely can find food to eat, barely can get water, the poorest of the poor. And what happens is, in this kingdom, which is a great storyline, the king is dying. The king is dying. And the king, if he dies, he needs a son to take over the throne. But the son is a bastard child. So they don't want the bastard son to take this throne if the king dies. And there's a daughter who she feels, well, my bastard brother, he can't have the throne, then I should have this throne. I should be the queen. This should be my seat if my father dies. So what they do is that this botanist for the king, he finds a plant, and the plant reanimates dead people. So he gives the plant to the dead king and brings the king back to life. So the king is now in the castle. He's a zombie. But nobody can know that the king had died because it's gonna cause all this ruckus and people are gonna. So they put this whole thing out there that the king's still alive and he's just sick, and they keep putting this on there, and then what happens is that there's this person who goes to feed the king, and the king bites this person. So now the person is gonna become a zombie. So what they do is they kill the person before he becomes a zombie, and they cut the person up. And then guess what they do? They give it the cut up person meat to the peasants, so it would get rid of any evidence. Because like I said, the poor people, they haven't had no food. So they give a peasant this human meat, not telling him that it's human meat. And this guy takes the meat to the village of the poor people, and they have this feast. They're so happy to finally have some meat. And they take the human zombie meat, and they have this big thing, and they have this dinner, and they eat the meat. And all these people die and become effing zombies. And that's, oh my God, that is the most original way to start a zombie. Come on, bro. There's so much levels to this. How you started this, the hierarchy, the poor, crazy thought process from the Asians. So this Operation Undead. If you all saw Godzilla Minus One, Godzilla Minus One takes place right after we bombed the hell out of Japan. Right after there's nothing left of Japan. Nothing left. It's just starting to really get back on its feet and try to rebuild. And then all of a sudden, Godzilla attacks. Well, this right here, take out Godzilla and now put zombies during the war for the Japanese. A whole new spin on the war with the Japanese also having to fight zombies. Here is the trailer for Operation Undead. Check it out.
Chad, Kiệt, Vinay.
เรือรบญี่ปุ่นได้ยกทหารขึ้นบกที่จังหวัดชุมพร
ยุวชนทุกคนต้องไปหมดมันเป็นคำสั่งฉันเองก็ขัดไม่ได้
จะเอาไปให้หมดบ้านเลยไหมตายกันให้หมด
ตั้งแต่เล็กจนโตเนี่ยกูไม่เคยเห็นมึงประจันหน้ากับปัญหาอะไรสักเรื่อง
กูไม่ได้อยากเป็นทหารเหมือนมึงกับพ่อกูแค่อยากกลับบ้านมากินข้าวเย็นที่บ้านกับแม่กับมึง
คือมันเป็นยุวชนทหารที่ไล่กินคนครับ
シャム国に選択の余地はない我々と共に任務を遂行するปล่อยให้เย็นทำเป็นคนของเราแบบนี้เหรอครับมันไม่มีคนของเราแล้วแม่ตอนนี้มันมีแต่คนแต่พวกที่ไม่ใช่คน
เมฆหนีไปกับกูเหอะมึงอย่าไปตายเลย
Operation Undead. Asians, like I said, Asians, man, Asian cinema has been killing the zombie genre. They've been killing it, bro. Killing it. I can't wait to see it. And hey, all y'all out there, I'm about to drop a trailer for you. The trailer here for you is Robotic Circus by Bryce Choquette. Keep an eye out in this trailer for your boy Sinister One. Here it is, the trailer for Robotic Circus. Comes out in October. Here you go.
Body discovered at Wacky's Wonders? That's where Jay was going. That might be Jay. Gray's dad used to run that place. I better call her up and see if she knows anything about it.
Count me in. This has to be over. My father's been dead for a decade.
Alice, clutching. What? Wake up.
That was it. Bryce Choquette. Product Circus, the official trailer. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Make sure to check that out. That comes out in October. And hope you guys saw me in there a couple of times in that trailer. In the sports booth, New England Patriots, rest in peace, Dr. Mark Price. He was the Patriots physician, the doctor for the Patriots. So they wanted to release a memoriam in his passing for Dr. Mark Price there, as you see. Patriots are getting ready to kick off their 2024 season. Also in sports booth, Imani Khalif's testosterone levels ends the controversial gender debate for after tests of after the Olympics. Comes back. Imani Khalif is a woman, just as she says. There is no XY chromosome BS, which is what the IBA had started, which was false. They never tested for it to begin with. Imani Khalif's testosterone levels after the Olympics, when she won, was right there with a woman's testosterone. There was no extra, as people were pushing the narrative. There was no advantage. It was right there, slightly in the area of where a woman's testosterone should be. To close the chapter on people debating on social media about this, but it also is going to set up a humongous lawsuit with Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling, who refused to take back their comments about Amani Khalif being a man. J.K. Rowling, who wrote the books, the Harry Potter books. She might be coughing up some cake. Let's get into the legal booth. In the legal booth, Brianna Coppage had to resign from her job as a teacher. Why? Because she was only making $42,000 a year as a teacher in Missouri. Her husband, who was the breadwinner, got laid off. Bills started to pack on, and guess what happened? Her and her husband decided, hey, we should try this OnlyFans. Let's see what we'll make. The first year, I think she said they made like $45,000 in a month. And before they knew it, they made $2 million. And somebody, even though she was on there without her face, people can know you from your tattoos and things of that. But somebody turned her into the school about her OnlyFans account. He was brought in, and she was forced to resign. And she says she could care less now. She was only making $42,000 a year as a teacher. She misses it, but right now she's raking in about $2 million a year on. Here's the thing, people. I can see why they fired her or forced her to resign, because when they went on her OnlyFans, she had this sexy stuff, and she was putting in there that she was a teacher. I think that's where the legal lines get, kind of crossed over. I think if you're on OnlyFans and you're yourself, it's almost like the WWE. The WWE was firing people for being on OnlyFans if they were on OnlyFans as the WWE, as that character. WWE had no problem with people being on OnlyFans as themselves. But when you bring that property, that name, that trademark over into OnlyFans, it causes issues. And I can see why this woman was forced to resign from her teaching position, because she did have these certain videos about being the sexy teacher and blah, blah, blah. So I can see why. I think legally, if she didn't do that, she would have had a lawsuit. I think this is all new. I think, and I'm gonna table this for a couple of weeks. I think I'm gonna save this for the legal guys on the booth. We're gonna talk about this. Can you really be fired for having an OnlyFans as a second hustle, as a second gig? It's in the privacy of your own home. You're making a ton of money. You're offsetting a low-paying job and making ends meet. Private. You have to be 21 or older to be on OnlyFans. It's all everything's private. Everything's protected. So I can't. I think there's going to be a class action suit. I got to talk it over with the guys. There's a couple of questions there, but I got to talk it over. I don't agree with it, Mike. I really don't agree with it. As long as you're not promoting your job or carrying that over. Like one teacher, she was showing up to school with a Scan Me OnlyFans thing on her car when she was going to school, and it's almost, I don't agree with that either. I think you got to keep it separate. You got to keep it separate, like church and state. Porn in school got to be kept separate. Okay? All right, so in the Biden bombshells, day one of the Democratic National Convention featured Jesse Jackson, AOC, Raphael Warnock, Steve Kerr, Jasmine Crockett, Hillary Clinton, and closing it out was Joe Biden. It was a very classy night. It wasn't kind of what we saw that went on at the RNC, and who they brought up there, it's weird. It's just weird. It's like night and day. And some people aren't fans of Hillary Clinton, but she got up there and she told how Shirley Chisholm inspired her to run politically. Shirley Chisholm was a black woman who ran for it was one of these things where good stuff last night. Biden came out and spoke. no cough. That's been my biggest pet peeve. That cough, man. That COVID cough probably is what it was. But no cough. He did a good job at controlling his stuttering. He got towards the end, he got a little, I think they need to put a time limit. When Joe Biden speaks, they got to get like a time limit. Or, start that wrap it up music. Remember that from Dave Chappelle, the wrap it up music? That's kind of what they gotta do with Joe Biden. But it was a good night. So tonight is day 2 of the Democratic National Convention, and tonight's a big night. Tonight's a big night. Selling Barack Obama. 30 right now. I'm gonna check it out. Gonna see what they have to say for day 2. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Like I said, day 2. And that's it for the show. There's this view of the Democratic National Convention before it opened up. Good stuff. There's everybody tied into the show. Beanies, thank you everybody for supporting the show with the beanies. Got to get those back in. I actually can't show you yet because stuff's going through, but I'll show you in a second. Drafting Circuits on Wednesday nights, Oscar Mike Radio Thursday nights, Matty C Sports on Sunday nights. Happy Hour with Lido podcast coming back. Matty C Sports for you and me. Homeland Hero Salute podcast, Fubar Studios on Wednesdays, 6 o'clock. Check them out. Platinum City Gaming. Brockton After Dark, winding down. I think this is the last week for Brockton After Dark, and then kids will be gearing up back to school. Ride the Bat Buses for free. December 31st is when it ends, so get them in. Get it in. Once school starts back up, I'll be back on the bus religiously. And then this Friday night, Teddy Good's last match at the VFW. Make sure to get in there, and I think I have it tentative for me to be there. Also, tomorrow, Brockton High School, AJ DeMonsa, who's the high school phenom, the number 1 ranked high school baller in the country. He's doing the backpack giveaway at Brockton High tomorrow. Brockton Youth Family Fun Day, August 25th, this Sunday, 12 to 4, East Middle School. Act 1, Scene 1, winding down. The kids will be back in school in 2 weeks. This was a good time, grades 5 through 12. And again, Fred Fontaine, who sent me this banner, he wants you to know to vote for him on September 3rd. Fred Fontaine, rep 11th District, and Big E, Public Enemy, Saturday, September 28th, the Big E Arena. I'm really thinking about going down and seeing Public Enemy. September 20th. Also, the 4th annual benefit IGY6, October 5th, takes place at the Knights of Columbus at 1195 Bedford Street, Whitman, Mass. Suggested donation of $22. And then on my birthday, October 18th, BK Productions presents Self-Titled. The special guests, Suave Ski, NME The Illis, Strife Savageland, Joe Grizzly, and Shaw Elemental. Also on October 19th, don't forget the Pink Out. Save the date. Don't forget your pink. This will be, it hasn't been announced where it's also the 3rd annual Hide and Seek from the Police. Moreland Community. Meet at the Moreland Community Center. Get your wristband. You'll be released from jail at 9 p.m. in the Hide and Seek. Great idea. I like it. I actually like something like that. I wish they would do something like that here in Brockton. That'd be good stuff. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in the show. I got to thank my guests for coming on the show. Tamisha Civil came on here and chopped it up with me. Make sure to reach out to www.TamishaCivil.com. And that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Thursday night, don't forget Brockton Beer Company, myself and Vianna Marie and myself holding it down. You Be the Star karaoke night. And SpongeBob, 8:30. I can go check out Michelle and Barack Obama at this Democratic National Convention and see what they have to say. Take me out of here.
Well, see you next Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Booth on Hoobazoo and HatcherRadio.com. Please follow the Facebook page and subscribe to the podcast at Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. The Booth is a Sinister One production Edition, hosted by Sinister One.
I've got to start hanging out with friends that are a little more intelligent and understand politics and stuff. It's just that I'm up on this level up here, and all my friends are down here. Me, nah. You guys, nah. Maybe a little more down in here. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I smoke, I drink, I do my thing. These bitches hating, so you know I got to make it plain. Don't do cocaine with your chick, my main. We stick together, true forever, yeah, you know we bang. I miss those days, which was easy. If only I make it, this don't repeat. Now that I done upgraded, I've been upstate, but y'all think I'm playing. And I got a hit now for these weak assholes who think I ain't slaying. Try me, and I'll probably end up laughing, cause I never back down. I'm that chick with a clean ass whip, I don't need that shit, I got my own now. I get hurt, I get tired of fussing, fighting, guess I gotta crack down. Don't mess with me, cause on everything, I'ma have to bring the whole city out.
WHOOBAZOO, that's whobazoo.com.
Enter website, enter website, enter website, enter website.